Torah in 2 minutes-ish. Torah isn't a set of dogma that you're supposed to blindly accept, and it's not just a set of stories that you're supposed to believe in despite some scientific misgivings you might have about it. Torah really, I think it's meant to give us an orientation towards the world that's valuable and that's beneficial. So this week we get to the story of Moses confronting Pharaoh, and before that all begins, Moses and God have this back and forth, and God says, "Go to Pharaoh." Moses says, "I can't do it," and they go back and forth a couple of times. Moses finally goes to Pharaoh, and Pharaoh just makes everything worse, increases the burden. And then after that, Moshe says back to God, "En bnei Yisrael lo yishma'u alai, v'ech yishma'eni paro, v'ani arei sefatayim." Moses, even after God speaks with him, and keep in mind, most of us wish that God would tell us what we should do. Can you imagine if literally a voice came down from heaven telling you what to do with your life and what your next step should be? That would be awesome. That's what most people wait for, to remove all doubt from our hearts and from our minds. Moses gets that, and you know what happens? He says this. He says, you told me what to do, and I don't want to do it. The Bnei Israel, the children of Israel, don't listen to me, and if they're not going to do it, then certainly Pharaoh's not going to do it. If the people who I'm supposed to be in charge of won't listen, how the guy who's got all the power in this situation, how is he going to listen? And besides, I'm aral sefatayim. He's got some sort of speech problem. He's got blocked lips, is how Rashi understands it, right? Something's wrong. Even when God tells him what to do, all he sees is a negative. All he sees is the can't, and all he sees are his own limitations, rather than the possibility that the future might be different from the past, and not his limitations, but the blessings that he can bring to a situation. This is maybe what the Torah is coming to teach us here, that when Moses sees only the negative and only his limitations, then he's stuck. And when he breaks out of that, and he sees not his limitations, but maybe what he can do, when he starts to see things, the glass is half full, his life changes, and the lives of the people around him change. This is part of what Torah brings, and that's a lesson that we could handle in this new year. Shabbat Shalom.